Now, please welcome Dr. Jean-Paul Chrétien from DARPA.
So I didn't bring any robots, but I do have a video, so we'll start with that. We have an opportunity to develop technologies that are going to revolutionize triage and the way we respond to mass casualty situations.
The teams have come together from all different kind of walks of life and different angles to really put together really successful technologies in their own right.
Anything we can do to lessen the burden on our military and our first responders is just paramount.
You know, this is such a different environment than being in a classroom or being in a laboratory setting. This is building and training the next cohort of researchers that are going to advance this technology even further in the future.
We're putting in hours, we're putting in extra time, and we're always going to push the boundaries a little bit.
Our goal as a team is really, it'd be fantastic to win it, but we really feel motivated to field a system that makes a difference.
The virtual competition affords us the ability to shift how we simulate a mass casualty incident.
What we're really interested in seeing is what the carryover is between the virtual and the physical settings.
I think there are a lot of opportunities for the kinds of algorithms that we're developing under the data challenge to benefit where medical expertise is not available at the amount that is needed in a moment of crisis.
It's really been exciting to see how teams work together.
The ability to collaborate, to have conversation with our competitors has been invaluable.
What DTC is building is a really important and unique data set on all sides of the challenge that I think will hold value long after the challenge is over.
So in a mass casualty event, whether that's on the battlefield or a natural disaster, attack on civilians, an accident, some victims are going to have injuries that immediately threaten their life. But because the few responders who initially are on the scene are overwhelmed with the magnitude of the event, the people who are most urgently injured and most critically need care may not get it in time. So we want to scale the capabilities of those first responders. And at DARPA, we saw an opportunity to do that, to build on DARPA's work in robotics and AI and sensors, and develop new technologies that would help emergency responders save as many lives as possible in mass casualty situations through better triage. So triage is quickly figuring out who most urgently needs care and what sort of care they need. It's a life or death procedure, and yet we've seen almost no innovation or new use of technology in triage in more than 100 years. And so this is why we launched the DARPA Triage Challenge last year. We want to help responders perform scalable and timely and accurate triage in mass casualty situations with the assistance of new technologies. As we all know, DARPA has run robotics challenges in the past, and this builds on those, and it's the first at the interface of robotics and biology and health, because this is really about detecting physiological signatures of injury in order to optimize medical care. In the video, we saw the three parts of the DARPA Triage Challenge. They're complementary, working on different aspects of triage, the most difficult and critical parts of triage. The first is the systems challenge. So this is robotic platforms, small drones, and ground robots that are equipped with various types of standoff sensors, algorithms for processing those sensor data in real time. And those systems need to autonomously deploy over a mass casualty scene and find victims and evaluate their injuries and medical status and relay that information to responders so they can optimize their response strategies. As you saw in the video, we're testing those systems in mass casualty simulations with human actors and mannequins. The virtual challenge is a virtual version of that. We built a rich virtual environment with realistic models for physiology and the robots and the environment and sensors. You saw some of our initial scenarios in the video, like a train crash. And the reason we have this virtual environment is that we can simulate things there that we can't do in the physical environment. So we can have truly massive numbers of casualties. We can simulate hemorrhagic shock and other injuries. We can simulate chemical exposures. And then in the data challenge, the goal there is to enable medics to anticipate a patient's medical needs so they can get them the care they need before it's too late. And so that we've partnered with major academic urban trauma centers, and they provided data on thousands of trauma patients, rich, high-fidelity data. And the teams in the data challenge are developing algorithms that ingest those data in the first few minutes of medical care and then predict the life-saving interventions that a patient needs over the next few hours. And what we really want to get at there is detecting deep predictive injury signatures in a patient who maybe doesn't look so bad, but actually has life-threatening injuries. And this is a major unsolved problem in trauma care, especially in field settings. We just finished the first year of the competition, and you saw some highlights in the video. These are the teams that participated and how they did. We have 2 more years to go. We'll have more prize money each year. We have a total purse of more than $7 million. And it's also going to get harder each year. It's already hard. We're asking these teams to develop capabilities that don't exist today, and we're moving them very quickly from the lab to realistic field settings. And it's going to get harder and more realistic over the next couple of years, because at the end of this, we want field-ready capabilities. It seems like almost every day you can read about a mass casualty event of some sort somewhere in the world, so no time to lose. But it's also not too late to join us. The qualification window for year 2 is open. You can find more information in on our website, and you're welcome to contact us. Thank you.